Michael Law is one of the most eccentric people I've ever met in my entire life. Of course, we met in Southwestern Academy. That's what the podcast is about, Southwestern Academy. Of all the people that got absolutely fucked in Southwestern Academy, I feel like Michael Law tops that list. And for him to be episode number 1 of this podcast, I feel like is completely fair. I flew to Indiana, where Michael Law lives right now, to shoot this podcast with him. Although he wasn't the most sober person in the room at the time, but we had a decent conversation about the school and his opinions on teaching.
I know people hate it when it's talking, but I feel like...
Really?
His opinions on just Southwestern gayness.
They take my underpants.
And Southwestern in general. I feel we had an amazing podcast, and this is what is to come, and trust me, it will get better than this, because honestly, at this time, I was a terrible podcaster. But from this podcast in itself, I learned so much that I think my second podcast is a lot better than this. But this one is truly hilarious.
Like, how was your experience for SWA, like in general?
In Southwestern.
Yeah, if you could describe it in a couple of words, how would you describe SWA?
It was really fucked.
Really?
Yes.
Would you say that you regret it?
I wouldn't, because the experiences are so fucked that it makes it memorable.
No, I understand that, because I think when it comes to pain, there's a lot of growth, right?
Yeah.
Why SWA? Why Southwestern?
Why?
Yeah.
Because when I was applying to high schools, I applied to 10. And then
where are they all in LA?
Oh no, it was the Southwestern. Southwestern is the only one in LA. Other high schools I applied to.
Didn't go to Layla Say or something?
No, I applied to private boarding schools.
I mean, Layla Say is private.
I don't care. Who wants to go to a French school?
They had some hot chicks.
What? I want to play fucking soccer.
No, they had some hot chicks.
No.
How does Layla Say not
I
have
only date Asian chicks.
Fair enough. So the other schools, they're out of California?
No. There's some in North Cal, some in SoCal, and then mostly is in the East Coast. And when you apply to high schools, you need SSAT as well as essays. It's similar to college applications.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, when I applied, right? I had nothing. I had an interview. That's it.
You know how most Southwestern has such a high acceptance rate because it has none of these.
Dude, do you genuinely not think that it's 100%?
Yes, look at the kids.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
When you look at the kids,
Yeah.
they speak so broken English.
Yeah.
You remember when John Doe?
John Doe.
This kid.
You're such a spoiled brat, bro.
Yeah, this is the first kid that introduced me to fucking I'm from Taiwan, so
Yeah.
I work, and then I never got a basketball shoe until I was in 5th grade.
Right.
And then I saw this kid wearing 4 Jordans. I'm like,
he's not even good.
he must be really good at basketball. Plus he's 6'4".
He's tall, yeah.
I'm like, dude, if I had a tight end in UCLA right now, scoring 35 points a game.
Right.
And this kid, he just fucking grabbed my hand and said, no, little dipshit, I don't play basketball. He's like, no, this is very expensive. I'm like, okay, cool, I can cross your ass
Exactly.
off.
Those type of people. I'm not saying that John Doe's a bad person. Well, actually, I'm telling you, he's
85% of Southwestern students are like that.
Yeah, what kind of testing did you need to get? Because all I needed was an interview.
They don't need. You
had an interview, right?
They have billions in their bank account. That's all they need.
No. All I'm saying, the way I got into Southwestern, I needed to text, I needed to call them through Skype. They asked me the stupidest
I came
question.
in person to do the interview.
Yeah. What did they ask you?
They asked me a couple of questions why do you apply to Southwestern?
And what'd you okay, and at the time, what did you answer?
I'm like, the campus is really beautiful. It's in Los Angeles. I can play against Shaquille O'Neal's son.
Right.
And then they're like, we went to conference finals last year.
That's so bullshit.
You didn't tell me we're in Division 7. What the fuck? fuck?
Yeah, okay, for one, we never have the concert final.
No,
What
they
does
were
that
like
mean?
top 16. You're,
Oh, that's not a conference final. That's like
Yeah,
a
we
conference
played-
playoff.
it's top 16 in SoCal.
Yeah, it's a playoff, not final.
But still, Division 7. There's no Sharif O'Neal, dude. Lonzo Ball.
Did they ask you like if you could be an animal, what would you be? Did they answer
I
you?
don't remember. That's just retarded.
Nah, it's just I don't know why they interviewed you in the first place.
But you know, like they just interview. Most of the students at Southwestern don't speak English at all. Like, imagine if they just ask some random ass kid, like, "Hey, what's your name?" Yes. The conversation doesn't get anywhere.
No, that's my question because like I have no idea what the criteria is.
There's
to go to
no
Southwestern.
criteria.
There's gotta be some at least minimum financial criteria at the bare minimum because it's a fucking expensive school, Michael.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's like you at least
It's
got
like for Mexicans.
Did you like before you go to Southwestern? Did you ever get a tour of the school?
Yes, I was given on the day. We're fucking. You know, our school is 90% Chinese or 95% Chinese.
No, shit. Everyone
I
was
was,
listening
I
to
was
this.
given the tour on the day that in January where like there's this school trip
Mhm.
where kids go like skiing and snowboarding. I was taken on that day by our black president with T at the time. And in the school, of course, all the Chinese kids don't want to ski because they've never seen snow before.
Right.
And then I met like 5 kids. They're like four, and they're all the foreigners in our school.
Right.
They're the only white kids
Uh-huh.
and 1 black kid in the school. I'm like, dude, this school is gonna be so cool. I'm gonna live a High School Musical.
Right, you talked about it all the time.
Yes.
You saw Southwestern as like High School Musical.
Yeah.
Of course,
it's
it
so
wasn't
small. And then like there's stage. People seem like dumb. There's like music playing in the background. It doesn't sound too bad.
the case. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Did you like ever like thought of going to any other country? Like England is a good school. I've had friends going to.
No, I play a lot of basketball, so I chose United States.
Well, speaking of basketball, right?
Yes.
Any regrets? Like your whole basketball career?
There's actually no regrets. I mean, you can't have any regrets when you're 5'9".
No, I mean like, is there like a single like mistake? Let's just say like you missed a free throw, or maybe you could have like asked Kabalu for more minutes.
I should have played all ISOs in high school. You know why?
You think that you're that?
Because our center does fade away layups. Our point guard, who does fast breaks, can't even touch the rim. What about this senior guy?
Hold on.
Shout out to Gary Wan. Turns over the ball every single game.
Hold on. You're not point guard?
I feel like slash shooting guard, a point guard. I told the coach.
You hold the ball all the time.
I told
That's
the
not your
coach,
point
I
guard.
want to play shooting guard. Guess what? Nobody can dribble the
I was
ball.
gonna say, no, like who the fuck would be point guard besides you?
I don't know. It was,
Shinji?
yeah, Shinji, we played with him the first year.
Right.
And Cobbs was the coach.
Right.
But then I was a sophomore, so I can't really.
Did you start?
No, I didn't. I came off the bench.
Who started above you?
Peter, Kingsley.
Kingsley?
Yeah.
Kingsley was good.
I can destroy all of them. The
Kingsley's
first day I played with Shinji, I broke his ankles. And then I'm still the bench. Imagine, okay, in basketball terms, so let's say fucking Los Angeles Lakers.
Right.
The first day of practice or training camp, Kyle Kuzma broke LeBron James' ankles.
Right, good.
If Kyle Kuzma isn't starting, the coach or the management system is just, they're done.
Right.
And I'm still the bench.
I mean, for one, Kyle Kuzma can never break anyone's ankles.
And you know, like, first game, when I came off the bench,
Yeah.
I scored like 13 points within like 5 minutes. And I was back to the bench.
I mean, I feel like, I'm not saying that Kabalu's a bad coach, but I feel like every coach in general has favorites.
No, because I was a sophomore. And then that year, there's a lot of seniors. And
Okay.
they're all cool people.
No, okay, no, that's what I'm saying, favorites. Because, like, I remember my first year, Ken started for, like, as a freshman. Ken is shit, bro. Ken, like,
At where?
At soccer.
Oh.
He started, like, for, like, the first year and second year.
Did you
Because
guys lose every game?
we lost every game.
Yes.
Romero was coaching, right?
Yeah.
And I'm guessing Romero likes Ken's speed because Ken is athletic as fuck. but he can't like he cannot fucking score a goal to save his life.
Did he score any goal?
No, he never scored a goal like in his whole entire life. In the third year, I remember, like in the third year, he played. He wanted to be in soccer. He didn't start a single fucking game. That doesn't make sense. That's what I'm saying. Favorites, man. I started over Ken. I don't think I should have, but I started over Ken.
Ken never played soccer before that.
Ken just doesn't know what to do.
It's alright. All teams, the sport teams in Southwestern in general is just ass.
I mean, overall, if you could rate your whole sport experience in Southwestern, what would you rate it?
I rate it a 9.
Really?
I could have started a basketball team. Do ISOs like half the time. You don't get that every year.
Yeah, but you want. I mean, I don't know if that's true. But like, if you count all of your wins and losses in your whole like basketball career in high school, it's a losing record.
It's actually not. It's more like 60-40, but then we play against really ass schools. But
Yeah, some schools are really
you know, like the feeling when you look at a team and you're like, dude, winning and losing is not a word in my dictionary.
What do you mean by that?
I walk into the gym. I'm
Right.
like, dude, all right. First of all, I didn't even know that. Oh, this guy's a center. We're like, I don't have a center. And then we recruited a guy from the baseball team to become the center.
I mean, he's tall and he wants to play, so let him play.
Yeah. What? Taco Fall wants to play some land play in the NBA
If Taco
Finals?
Fall played in Southwestern Academy, you would nut in your pants right now.
So Taco Fall would not play in the Southwestern Academy. And we also have like, a couple of seniors that are all injured. What? They're injured before the season. What am I supposed to do? Let's win, guys!
I'm talking about your whole overall experience. Like from like
Yeah, the
sophomore.
experience is 9. Because I could have played the games. I could have started.
Let's just say like you go to a public school, right? Let's just say 1,000 people. You don't think you'll start?
I would become the best I'm gonna be as if I go like if I
Six
put
man,
all my
Lou Williams.
energy
Huh?
in fucking basketball. I know I would become like a 6-man
Yeah.
for a D1 school. Even in Chino
D1
Hills.
school?
Even in Chino Hills, I won't be a 6-man. But then I will be like
You'll try hard.
the second lineup. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's probably not the 6th, but the 8th or the 9th.
You know, speaking of athletics though, like the thing with Southwestern is that, you know, like in most schools, let's just say like even in middle school in Taiwan, if you're a sports guy, you're a sports guy.
Yeah.
All you do, basketball. Like you train in the morning, you train at night, all you do is basketball. I feel like in
That's right.
Southwestern it's not like that.
Southwestern, they just want kids to have fun.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know, I just remember that I broke the coach's arm in the first soccer practice, and that was just...
Pretty fucking messed up. That was a gruesome injury. You know what? Let's fucking talk about that. I saw you to put an image, right? You were going for a slide tackle.
And I went for it.
It was very late. You like
No, but
the
it was
ball
clean.
in his legs.
No, it was clean.
No, you didn't hit the
No,
ball.
everyone saw it was clean.
You didn't hit the
I
ball.
swear to God, it was
You
clean.
didn't hit the
I
ball.
hit the ball.
You did not.
No, you can give me 10 more fucking edibles, and I still know that it's...
Fine, whatever. You injured the coach. You gave him flowers.
I bought him flowers?
You bought him flowers.
Something else?
No. Because me and Coach David, right? We're like I really like the guy. We talk a lot. We were joking about it.
No, I bought jersey for him.
That's even worse.
Oh, Romero told me to buy it. I was 10th grade. I don't give a shit if he has a broken arm.
You cared.
No.
No, I know you cared. You know why?
Why?
Because the face that you made. It was such like.
You know what? I
panic.
didn't care about like, oh shit, I broke his arm. I'm like, oh shit, that's a suspension.
Yeah. That's scary.
Yeah, I was scared about myself. I was a fucking ignorant little brat.
The face that you showed that day, I've never seen since. The genuine like, oh my god, I just killed this man, and oh my god, what's gonna happen to me face.
No, that was 2 steps. I only had step 2.
Right.
Yeah, there was no, oh shit, I killed his arm. It was, oh shit, the
I mean, he's
consequences.
fine now. It was like.
And there was no consequences, so it was unnecessary.
It's sports, man. Those things happen. That's just those things.
I feel like a savage like 5 years later when I look back and we're in the dugout, we're talking about it.
Yeah.
And I remember the coach said like, oh, we need to like pay tribute to fucking
Fucking put your knee down.
pay tribute to like this fucking coach. that I like destroyed his arm. And instead of saying tribute, I'm like, dude, he deserved it.
Such a dick! Holy shit! Dude, he's a good guy!
He was a good guy.
He's a very, like...
I don't even know why I said that.
He's such a fucking awesome person. Like, I love him.
He's pretty hot, too.
I don't know that. But he's an awesome guy. And, I mean, why did you join soccer in the first place? Because you said it yourself. You said it, like, literally...
because I thought the school is going to provide us with 24/7 basketball courts ready for me to play, shoot around.
Right.
But in Southwestern is a place where you look back, there's no just free area just lying around for you to like, do what you want. If you want to do basketball 24/7, it's only during the season because the amount of space is limited. And then during the season of soccer, girls occupy the gym because they don't need girls volleyball. Yeah, and I'm obviously not gonna do like volleyball manager. That just sounds
I don't know why people
disgusting.
Do that. Yeah.
And then and I joined soccer because like
you just had nothing to do.
It doesn't look too bad. I played like 2 matches when I was a kid.
You were not bad. You scored a lot of goals. I mean, not a lot. And like
I scored 2 own goals the first game.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I don't know why they put you as defender. I mean, like Romero's a cool guy, but this not.
I don't even know how I scored an own goal. I was just like passing. It was like it's slower than fucking. I don't even know.
Who was goalkeeper? Peter?
Jeffrey?
That's why. Are you kidding me? Jeffrey's shit.
Yeah. I mean, he was expelled that year, right?
Did he ever get expelled?
No, he just got kicked out.
I don't know.
Our school is racist as shit. If it's a white kid, he'll be there for like 10 days and like get a suspension.
I mean, Tony technically got kicked out.
Yeah, he was caught for like 5,000 times.
You know what?
He was my roommate. He was the reason why I got anxiety.
He was. Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, I was like 1 a.m. in the morning, and I just see like Richie, all these other fuckers. They just come in the room and, hi, I want some LSD, and then I was this like innocent Chinese kid.
Right.
I'm just like trying to experience my high school musical and shit. And then fucking it turned out to be 2 a.m. Kids buying LSD in my room, and I was like, yeah, cool, okay, go outside, I'm trying to sleep here. And they just look at me like, dude, you can tell the dorm father we're gonna rape you. I'm like, what?
I mean,
it's a free country.
No, don't be snitch for what?
Yeah, I couldn't snitch, and I got anxiety. Amazing. Every day, no sleep. Listening to people discuss about drugs. Great.
Hey, for one. We're recording this at 12:30 in the morning, okay? So, obviously, I don't think Tony, like, influenced you in any way.
Tony?
Yeah, you weren't close to Tony, were you?
Yeah, and he has a baby now.
Yeah, he does. I mean, he's gonna be, like, a future podcast episode.
Wait, does he have 2 babies now?
No, what? How the fuck do you mess up twice?
No, he just posted like a kid a couple of days ago.
No, it's probably like an anniversary.
His grandson?
No, are you kidding me? It's probably an anniversary, bro. It's probably an anniversary or something. I mean, his baby's like what, like a year old?
35.
Exactly, 35 years. Actually older than me. We met in Sunspots.
Did we?
We got close in Sunspots.
Probably. I joined my junior year.
Yeah, your 3rd year.
Yeah.
Did you like Sunspots?
The Sunspots is the first thing I like know about Southwestern when I first stepped in. I came in through the front door, first day of summer school, sat down, there's 2 couples making out in front of me.
Of course, classic.
And there's like 10 other people on campus. And then there's this one guy, amazing, cool, that was Halloween costume showed up in front of me. Eddie Jam. In perfect English.
Right.
He speak to me and I'm like, do you know Sunspots? What the shit?
Wait, so technically Eddie recruited you to Sunspots?
No.
Then why did you join Sunspots?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know. Eddie inspired me.
Yeah, so
I want to be like Eddie when I grow up.
I know, you know that's not true. Dude, yeah, so technically Eddie recruited you. Technically.
Probably.
That's so fascinating. I never thought about it that way.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Did you record any videos in summer?
No. I just start. No, I don't have a section before, and I just joined junior year, and I start taking over the sports section.
Right,
and
the sports section.
And then the team sucks, so I just put in all my highlights, which is amazing.
I remember that. I just fucking put you on basketball because I could give less of a shit.
Even if I'm shit, what do you want to see? My teammate missing layups?
Dude, you have a mixtape, don't you?
I do have a mixtape. I have 2 mixtapes.
You're all shit.
Hey, at least it's a mixtape.
I guess.
If you try to add all the other players in our team just to try to create one single mixtape, it's not gonna work, bro.
The Southwestern 2016-17
Yeah, people
mixtape.
streaming themselves. It's not gonna work.
Was it hard? Was it hard to just trying to find highlights?
No, looking at your own highlights is never tiring. It's like...
Are you just that egotistic?
No, it's reminiscent of like, oh, I was here. And it was kind of like game review for me,
Oh,
you can look at what you can be doing better, or what you can be... It's just game review. And also, you gotta see like how dumb your teammates are, and how dumb yourself is.
Did you ever like talk to your teammates about it? Or do you just never
I'm the only guy in Southwestern who's like care about basketball that deeply. So when I try to like do film, show them film, none of them is interested. Even Shunji, he's the best player on the team, obviously.
Yeah,
but he doesn't have the passion. He has his passion in other places, in clothing brand and all that shit.
That's
Yeah.
That's the thing with Southwestern. You can be like literally everything, and by the same time you can't be good at anything. You know what I mean?
It's crazy because looking back, I put a 9 on my sports career at Southwestern.
Yeah.
Because I was good at everything in Southwestern. I represent basically music, the sports,
Right.
and then the student government.
Right, for a little bit.
Yeah, that's basically like all the students are.
That's all you can ever do.
That's all you can do. High school.
You literally was High School Musical.
Yeah, I was.
As much as you can in
It was a
Southwestern.
very bad setting.
In like a B-Tech Chinese made High School Musical.
And 4 Mexicans who made our baseball team from the last place to the first place in like 3 seconds.
That's so fascinating. Like my dream is to get Oka there to the podcast and like ask him about it.
Oka's a really cool guy.
He recruited like 4 kids off of Mexico to play baseball. Don't you think that's psychopathic?
So after they leave, there are gonna be no Mexicans. That's sad.
So. Cause I talked to Brendan about it. Same thing.
Okay.
Oka's wife actually recruited him to get to Southwestern.
Wait, Oka's wife recruited him?
Yeah. So Oka's wife, because Brendan went to like a really old, like a small middle school, right? And then basically, Oka's wife went there. Is like, oh, you know what? That kid, pretty smart kid. Whatever. Do you want to go to Southwestern? We'll pay for like financial aid. You could like do student store or whatever, right?
If I go back 5 years, I'll tell Brennan to reconsider that decision.
I mean, to be honest though, like it's a free fucking school. I think close to free.
It's free. It's 50. It's more expensive than my college tuition.
You know what? That's insane. Actually, do you have any theories on why it's so fucking expensive? Because it's how much is it?
Our headmaster's driving a convertible Mercedes.
The Mercedes sucks.
He can't even get in.
Exactly, because it's a shit Mercedes. Like, how much do you pay? 40?
Where?
A year in Southwestern.
Southwestern is 52,000.
52,000 a year.
For every student.
That's fucking insane.
4,900 on just normal things, tuition and all that shit, and 2,000 for student store.
Yeah, for one, student store should be free.
Yes,
if your tuition is $52,000 per year,
and $2,000 is for instant noodles,
I know.
hot water.
Dude, I mean, to be honest though, student stores.
I should be refunded $60,000 for my roommate selling LSD in my room at 2 a.m. in the morning.
I mean, the rent. If you would like genuinely like rent out a room of Southwestern, that's like $500.
That's not fun. I have a house here, even though it's in West Lafayette.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I have a whole house for $1,600. A room in Southwestern.
500. That's what I'm saying. That's normal, man. 500 is.
I wake up with a roommate. Dude, I live with this kid, and actually, I live with like 5 kids, and 3 of them jerk off. And that is not what I want. $500 a month. 2 of them hang underpants on my chair after they're done. Even better.
So what do you think? 200?
Like 20.
Fuck you, it's not 20.
When I shower, people take my underpants.
That's like psycho. Who the fuck did that?
The Chinese people, they made me sing the Chinese anthem.
You know what? Let's talk about that. Southwestern is racist.
Yes.
It's very racist.
The most racist.
The most racist. It's insane. Like, you know what's insane? I would like say the N-word, right? And like in Southwestern, perfectly fine. I would say it anywhere.
I don't know it's a bad thing until college.
Exactly. It's insane. Like, I don't know why, but that's just the way it is.
Yeah. Chinese kids are so racist.
I've been called the N-word so many times. It doesn't even make sense. I'm not even black. I'm not even close.
Yeah, I'm just dark skin.
Yeah. I mean, I know like they have like hate for Taiwan people too sometimes.
Yeah, they take my underpants.
What is that thing? You know what? Let's talk about Southwestern gayness.
Yes, dude. I have an entire album on my iPhone of just like guy humping each other, and then like different settings, different like lightings, different sound background, different fucking. I don't even know. Everything's different. Even like the dicks are different. It's just different people every time. Even my autistic roommate, who I met for the first, like, during my senior year, I met an autistic roommate.
Right.
Like, 3 months later, he was raping other men.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Like what? Like, I would never. Like, coming in from, like, middle school to high school, there's no, like, thought. Like, I was not like that. You know what I mean? Like, I was not like that in middle school. But, like, after 6 months, you're humping your first guy. Like, it's such a seamless transition.
I'm really adaptable. It took me, like, 2 days, and I started humping the next guy.
It doesn't make sense, though. Because it's not normal. Even in, like, guys' dorms in college, it's not normal. It's not normal to be that open. It's not normal to just show your dicks all around.
Or in high school, the dorm, it's like a frat experience. You know, when you go to college, you're not just gonna ask your roommate, "Do you want to shower right now?" They're like, "Dude, fuck off." They're not gonna talk with you. In Southwest, you shower like 4 guys when you're playing Bobby go to the back. Fine.
I mean, it's just. Man, I love Southwestern. I love Southwestern in the stupid ways. You know what I mean? I love like
that fucked me up.
You know what? You want to talk about the car thing?
Yes.
How about you just like describe, like go step by step on what happened in the car thing?
You wanna go first?
I mean, I wasn't even in there. I just knew that you went to the car.
Well, did you not go with us?
I was not there. It was you, Ken, Evan, and
Eddie. Oh, just one of us.
I was not even in your.
You're horrible.
Dude, I'm just so good at blending in. It's crazy.
That's racist.
What does that even mean? I don't mean like camouflage.
We're gonna leave the camp. It's a Friday night, and we're just some high school kids, and we're like, alright, we want ramen.
Right.
Like 5 minutes away from school.
Yeah.
And I'm going with 3 other kids, and I'm the 4th, so there's 4 people in total.
Mm-hmm.
And one of us, it's a day student. And the 3 of us, it's
You can say names, bro.
dorm student. Ken is the guy who drives a car.
Right.
He drives an X1, BMW X1 every day to campus. And then 3 other kids, 2 other kids, they're also rich as fuck.
Right.
But
That's
then,
Evan and Eddie.
yeah, their parents drive Porsche. And then we're like, alright, we didn't even think about it, bro. We were like, Uber, and then we were like, no, that's too expensive. Porsche, we need to save more for that shit. And then like we just look at the BMW X1, we're like, yeah, sure, go for it, fuck, yeah.
Right.
That's not even a think process, you know.
Right.
This is just like you know help. Yeah, and then after we signed out with the dorm father, we walked to the car.
So wait. You signed up. Did you all have points?
We do have points.
Okay. Who did you sign up with?
A dorm father, Helmstadter.
Okay.
Yeah, the guy who got fucking punched in the face.
But who was it?
A guy who got expelled. I don't even know his name.
Right.
And then
Zifa.
Zifa's still in school.
No, wait.
It's a guy who looks exactly like Ashford.
Whatever. Continue.
So we check out with the dorm father that's punched in the face like half a year later.
Right.
We leave campus on this X1. We look at this X1, we're gonna leave. So we got in the car, and then right when we were gonna pull off, we saw like this Miss Brunges. She's our science teacher.
Right.
Physics.
And
fucking, she just walked like past us and said like, no, you guys can't drive. And we're like, yeah, cool. And then like before that, I go in Ken's car every day during the summer, so I can like talk to the headmaster Veranda, and I also have to like get back, so they know I get in his car every day.
Right.
On weekends too. And just this one day, I got in the car, and then we get off the car, and then Ken, he drove to like, we were in front of the school, so he drove like 30 meters away from the original place.
Talking about the driveway?
It's in front of the driveway, beside the gym.
Okay.
It drive 30 minutes away. I said, fuck, 30 meters.
Bro, we know what you're talking about.
And then I walked back to the car, and then we just get in and just dipped.
Right.
And, yeah, because we thought nobody's looking.
Right.
Nobody, who the fuck gives a shit about me getting in the car? Anyway,
so weird.
and I got in, and I only want to eat. And then we came back, no drugs, nothing, no drinks. We're 18-year-olds, we know what we're doing. We came back, and then on Monday, the deans, they just pulled us in the office. And they're like, oh, fuck you guys are all suspended. And then I'm like, okay, cool, suspended, cool. I'm a senior. I got my college application.
So what did they get you on? Sneaking out?
No, for getting into a friend's car.
No, like officially. Just that.
Yes, getting into a friend's car. And then to make it sound worse, they said I didn't listen to the Miss Brunges for the first time.
No, that's what I'm asking. What made Miss Brunges not want you to get in the car?
Students cannot drive other students because we're international students. And
Ken is not.
Yeah, but still, we're international students, so our insurance is under the school. If we get into any trouble, the school can't account for that. But that is just, that's so dumb.
I just never get it. Because I feel like you guys did everything right. Ken is old enough to drive. It's not like he's 2 years old.
He's 18. We're all 18.
Right. And I feel like it just never made sense to me, like how you guys like. Although it's just like just for you, it's just a suspension. But like it just sort of like started this like snowball effect of just like a bigger shit to happen. You eventually,
I thought it's nothing, and then suspended.
Right.
First day it's suspended.
Right.
Second day they announced me they're probably gonna impeach me.
Right.
And then I'm like, oh shit, why? And I start asking a lot of questions. I start emailing people.
Right.
And then third day I was impeached. It was just like that, boom. And then they tried to make it sound very serious. So they said I didn't listen to the precaution. I didn't listen. I shouldn't get in the car. That's what they said. And then they make it sound even worse by saying that we got into another part of campus to fucking drive off. I'm like, dude, your campus is so small. I can't get any other places, bro.
No, okay. My honest opinion, right?
Yeah.
I think it was wrong for you to get in the car. But they had zero grounds on suspending you in the first place.
Okay, it was wrong for me to get in the car. But I would say that 80% of the people in my position would get in the car again. Especially there's your peers around you.
Yeah.
We're not paying for Uber, obviously.
In a normal high school, you don't even need a checkup.
Yeah, in a normal high school, you just go wherever.
You just go where the fuck you want.
Especially we're not thinking of like, oh, we're just smoke.
Right.
We're just like, oh, we want ramen.
Right.
And the 2 other students I go with. Okay, let's talk about the 4 of us.
Right.
I'm the student body president, so obviously.
You got the hardest hit.
I know what I'm doing.
Right.
Eddie Zhao, he has like the highest SAT in the school.
That's a lie.
He does.
Really?
Besides like shit ton of people who cheat on their SAT.
Okay, fine, fair enough.
And then there's Evan. Actually, Evan is higher, but then he's obviously a really good kid.
Oh, I'm really good.
Studies. He only studies.
Yeah.
He plays with Rubik's Cube sometimes.
Yeah.
You don't look at a kid who just plays Rubik's Cube, write his college application essay on Rubik's Cube to see a bad kid.
No.
And there's Ken. He's the guy who represents our school in all the art competitions. If you just added Ken and me, we represent the school in everything. First place, everything.
I mean, okay. To be fair to
that car has more words than all the students in our school combined together. I'm like, dude, why? And then they put us in trouble. All the other students, all the other kids, Ken, Eddie, Evan, got a suspension. But then I got impeached, and then after that, I'm impeached from. I was banned from prom.
Right, you were banned from prom. I don't know why that's
the senior dinner. And the sad thing is,
when the senior dinner.
When I graduate, it's a thing for our school to sign other students' yearbook. A yearbook is a thing where
You don't need to explain what a yearbook is.
Yeah, that. And then fucking I didn't get any of the signatures. I didn't get any like goodbyes. And then I only took pictures, but it was like still like when I look back, there was like a blank on my page.
Is that right? I never like looked
I
at
didn't
it.
go through any of the graduation stuff that seniors went through.
Were you not in
I wrote my
graduation?
senior speech, and it was obviously way better than all the other students.
Oh, for
but
what? Rodrigo. I mean, no offense to Rodrigo.
he bought his essay.
His graduation.
He bought his essay.
You're kidding.
They are all shit at writing. They bought their SAT scores. They bought everything.
Dude, okay. I just look. Let me ask you something.
You know, when God has like this integrity bottle, he's supposed to like give everyone. Our kids, the Chinese kids, they're just like, oh fuck it, I'm not pouring anything. But like rich money, just pour everything. And now they all drive like Bugattis. I'm here like living my life honestly, and then they are driving Bugattis.
That's the thing with Southwestern, man. The diversity of rich, like of like money, is insane. Cause you have people who like own Shanghai, literally own a city, and you have people who like barely have enough like money to pay rent. Like it's wild, and the tuition is fucking insane. Like,
and then I get back nothing from the tuition.
yeah,
At least let me go to prom for $52,000.
it's such a like. Okay, let me ask you something. Before all that car incident, you got elected to president, right?
It was like high school dream for me.
Right. What was your connection with Veronica? Because everyone
In the beginning, I know it's already gonna be very bad.
why?
Before senior year, before I was elected, I thought everything was gonna go well.
Yeah.
Because I won the school's first ever Rotary Award, the piano one.
Yeah.
I got them to like pass California. And then I play sports. And then obviously I was gonna be the basketball captain. And I thought like those two in other schools easily.
Easily.
You can
Popularity
do whatever you
got
want.
this. I'm not gonna win.
And then I have
Eddie's not gonna
I have a
win.
good GPA.
Yeah.
I was like one of the best in Southwestern as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm the best at studying, but I know what I'm doing. In high school, as long as you have a okay IQ, you're not dumb, you can pass.
Right.
Yeah, and my goal is to get into a good college. That's all I'm looking for. Like most other college students, besides everyone in Southwestern, they don't care about college.
Don't talk about acting. We're not talking about like me. We're talking about you. Fuck Stony Brook and everything else.
Yeah, and where was you?
No, so Veranda, right? You're a good student, but you never
But then
played
I thought that we were gonna have a bad relationship because during the summer we're supposed to create these students. T-shirt for senior students, and that's a thing for every senior class at Southwestern. And then while we were doing the process, me and Ken is the best designer in our school because he knows all the art.
Hands down.
So I asked him like, dude, we should design our own shit. We need to have something that's representable and like you look at it, you want to wear it.
Right.
That's the vibe. And then fucking we go through like 5 processes. We gathered all the seniors, discussed about it, voted on it, and then we spent a lot of effort on it.
Right.
And during the summer, I was at LA, so me and Ken we traveled to Veranda's office a lot.
Just to get confirmation.
Yes. And in the beginning, he's like, yeah, you can do that. But it was till afterwards he said, no, you need to like buy from this website. You need to select this design. So end up all the designs we did, they go to trash. We need to pick a certain design. And after we pick a color, he said like, I don't like that color. So all the decisions at Southwestern has to go through Veranda.
The senior shirt
And
was
then like
disgusting.
from that point, I'm always a pretty chill guy. I'm like,
I don't know about that.
You say whatever, I will say, alright, sure, in most cases. If it's not like outrageous of your request.
Yeah.
From that point Veranda is the first person I've ever met that wants everything to go in his way. Including budgets, daily plannings, schedules, and what else does student government do? Events.
Prom.
Like what's that? Movie nights. He wants places to be here and there. Sales. He doesn't allow us to buy food from outside. He's making it really challenging for us, especially Nancy. He's challenging, he's saying that we can't buy boba from outside, we should make our own boba. And then we tried it once. It tastes disgusting.
It was
It has no sugar. What the fuck? The boba was hard as rock. What am I eating?
It was so bad.
What am I fucking doing?
People still drank it because of just desperateness.
No, you know, we're smart. I go to engineering now and I know what I'm doing in high school. I fucking just mix students. I said it's limited. It's fucking supreme, bro. And then once you buy it, you cannot refund it. And before the sale begins, I say you need to confirm your order. So we basically we just scam them. I'm a smart scammer.
You just scammed your own.
And each boba, which is like half the size of a regular boba, cost $5. Pretty good deal.
It was insane.
And I was a Chinese
if you
kid.
buy anything from like students or anything, prices are insane.
I never buy anything. I charge people. I don't eat anything at night, so I'm perfectly fine.
I guess. I don't know. I just feel like your whole like government thing. It's all started with like the shirt.
The government, I can't put a lot of control over it. I tried. Before getting kicked out. I tried, and then I tried to like suggest him with like my ideas, or team's ideas.
Right.
But then he just keep rejecting all of them because he's very traditional, and he has very overage like way of thinking.
Yeah.
And that makes it really hard for us to do anything, really.
Yeah, I mean, I think like over the year, right? It started off as a disagreement, and then of course the car thing escalated that, and then overall he just started to I can't find a better word, hated you.
You know, I'm always the type of guy who, when there's conflicts, I try to evade it.
Yeah.
It's like when I had that mindset in mind. Whenever conflict happens, I evade it because I don't want to get myself in a more uncomfortable position, a way that I feel more obliged to it. I need to like give myself I need to give unnecessary attention to things I don't like. And when that thing happened, when I got impeached from student body president, I already have that was an impact. That's like shit. Something happened, and then I'm like, all right, it's fine. I need to cool my head because college application is done.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for that.
Yeah.
I'm like, at least there's prom. And then I just stopped talking to Rhonda.
You have to clash with the fucker.
Whatever he says, I says okay. I says yes, cool. And then I thought that was over. I thought it was over. And then it was like 2 weeks before prom that he said, no, you can't go there anymore because you're a bad influence to the other kids.
I think hate is literally the best word. I don't know what you fucking like ticked in him, but it's gotta be that. Cause like I feel like he just came before that. I feel like he hated you before the car incident. Like there's no other way to like say it. He just hated you before the incident, and then the incident just sort of like boom. I have a reason to like actually.
I heard him before saying that he hates Chinese kids. And
that's not
there's this one time because I got into trouble for speaking Chinese to an ESL student who doesn't even speak English.
Right.
What am I supposed to do? Speak fucking Spanish to him? And then I got into trouble for that, and he made me give all the teachers in the school a form to sign saying that if I did something wrong again, I'm gonna like have some shit consequence.
This was junior year or was it
That was senior year.
Yeah.
When I got elected.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like there's for one, I don't think Rhonda hates Chinese people. There's no way.
He hates kids like me.
He hates kids like you, that's fair.
Who thinks and speaks about it. He wants kids who are quiet, like Irvin. Yeah.
I think, you know what? Giving respect to Nancy. Like, cause she took over your job almost like unprecedented, to be honest. Like, I don't think like in the history of Southwestern that's ever happened to the point where like the president got kicked out, the vice president got in.
And she did a really good job.
She did a great job because I feel like she's the type of girl who is like the exact opposite of you.
And that's why we bond in the first place.
Really?
We're friends.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're really close.
She
doesn't want to become the president. I mean, she doesn't want to be involved in student government. Why still put her in? Because I trust her.
Right. Instead of me.
But then the Verona incident, it kind of made us grow apart. Because she's the kind of, a lot of girls, they're very easy to be influenced.
Fair enough.
And you give them new information, they're gonna swim with it.
Yeah.
And she, every day the teachers around her, Veronda, they keep telling her like, dude, Michael's a bad dude. And eventually, we kind of stopped talking. In graduation, she started hanging out with the Japanese guys.
Right. He hung out with
They
Soda a
don't
lot.
have good English and shit. So there's no, she's just like, but whatever. Anyways, yeah. And then like the friends groups are also like narrowed down for me after that happened. Because like, before their engagement, all the kids are trying to impress you. Because, like High School Musical, the
Really?
famous kid, everyone's trying to talk to you.
People, that's the one thing I don't think that Southwestern had.
They have that. It's very obvious. And then after, I kind of just narrowed my friend group. So now I have like close, which is the suspension guys. I got closer with them.
I've talked to Nancy. I talked to a lot of people like in school, but like Nancy, I've talked to him about you because obviously we're friends, and he always described you as difficult. It's sort of funny because the same way you describe Veronda is the same way how like Nancy would describe you, just difficult and want it your way. And I think that's a good way of like going through life.
If I didn't have that personality, I wouldn't get elected in the first place.
You wouldn't be you, period.
Yeah.
Fuck election.
And a thing that I learned over like a lot of shit that happened in life, everything you go through, it kind of shapes you up as a person.
Of course.
And that taught me, instead of just trying to be somebody, you should just let yourself out.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be way more comfortable than hiding yourself in and then getting. I know sometimes it's wrong by letting all your emotions out, but I'm not saying that. I'm saying let your true self out.
Yeah, because you're honestly one of the most expressive person out there. You would touch my thighs way more often than literally any person in this world.
20th century, it's a good thing, right?
No, you're an expressive person. You like your things the way you are, and I just can't imagine Michael Law to be a guy who's a submissive, I could see yourself being a boss of a company. I could never see you like working for other people.
Yeah, probably. That makes sense, especially like my upbringing and stuff.
Yeah.
But that's just you can't hate a person for being how they are. It's just the way they are. You can't hate a person for that, and Veronda is wrong because of that.
I feel
He's
like
probably right in all the other ways. I wouldn't say he's wrong by trying to plan things a certain way because that's just people's opinions. But you can't just hate a person because the way they are.
Here's an interesting question. Who is the worst teacher in Southwestern?
Veronda.
Really?
He doesn't even teach. He just reads stuff in class. Nobody pays attention.
He doesn't. What do you mean he reads? He just rambles. It's not reading. It's rambling.
I mean, other teachers, I won't say the bad ones because I don't want to talk about it, but the good ones. I know people hated Miss Crockett, but I feel like
Really? I did.
because she teaches stuff. I don't respect teachers who doesn't teach stuff. If they don't
Fair
know
enough.
stuff, if I go in your class, I take nothing out, I don't like you. That's how straightforward I am. If I can take something out, I like Miss Rangers too because she teaches physics.
Right. Right.
And high school stuff isn't that hard. When you pay attention, you pass.
No, compared to college, fuck no.
Yeah.
Compared to college,
so much
please.
harder.
No, yeah.
Yeah. And it's just like that.
I want to talk about Miss Crockett a little bit more. Because Miss Crockett is one of the few teachers I expect will be like most hated. And I just want to know, like, is that really it? Is that to be a good teacher for you is to actually teach? Is that it?
I mean, you gotta have other qualities, right? I can still hate you if you teach me stuff. But,
Because I've heard so many things about her where she's just like indecisive and genuinely toxic.
indecisive is like the last thing she has.
Really?
Yeah, she's always decisive. That's why students hate her. Because if she has a thought in mind, she's gonna execute it. Honestly. But students at Southwestern, they're soft, and then a lot of them, they just grew out of their comfort zone. They just got into a new environment where they have to, instead of just dealing with their parents, which they are spoiled, they have to deal with friends.
Right.
And then under those friends, they're gonna have peer influences, and then they're gonna become more rebellion.
Right.
A lot of these kids, when they're rebellion, they don't see things right, and they're just trying to oppose the education system when it's like they don't have to. They're just opposing the system because they're the teachers. Like they're trying. For like bad guys, they're gonna oppose the good guys. That's just what they're going through.
I think it's just very teenage to be rebellious.
Yeah, it's a teenager thing.
It's a teenager thing.
And I went through that younger, so I kind of know, like, I'm not just gonna talk shit to you. That's gonna waste my energy. I want to learn shit here.
Right.
Because most kids at Southwestern, they don't have a goal. They don't have goals because they don't care about college because they're rich.
Yeah.
But for me, I always wanted to go to like Ivy League shit. I always want to go to a good school, so learning stuff, it's kind of just a thing. I go to school and it's an objective. It's not really a goal for me, but it's just objective. I just want to learn stuff. It's part of my daily routine. Learn stuff, play sports, and then just go, But a lot of kids, they don't care about learning stuff. So then the teacher just become something annoying because they assign homeworks.
You know, the thing with like living in the dorms is just like the crucial part of our teenage lives between 9th grade to 12th grade. That's like one of the few parts where I think a parent figure would be very important, right? Was there anyone like as a parent? Because I feel like the dorm parents should, but I don't think they don't do it. No offense, but like they didn't do a good job.
I feel I wasn't that close with Oka, but he told me a lot of stuff, and when I have questions, I go ask him. It's like based on anxiety,
right?
College applications.
You know what's funny? Because you said that you have your own college application person, right?
Advisor.
Right, you have your own advisor, but you still talk to Oka.
I talked to Oka because he went through the experience. He feels closer to us because he's like around our age. He's a coach.
He's not,
and he talks like his personality is similar to mine. We just say whatever shit we want, and I feel kind of closer to that. I don't know. And when I talk to him, he doesn't just give advices. He just tell you about his story, and that's pretty chill.
It's interesting because have you ever taken a psychology class with him?
Oh, no, I never did.
He talks a lot about himself in his psychology classes, and one of the things he said was he's doing this job, like the Southwestern psych job, not for money, obviously. He has a side business that's like doing well, as he said. He's a fucking doctor, I think, in psychology, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, Southwestern is like one of the not the greatest like place to work.
He left afterwards.
Yeah, he left afterwards. And he said that he wants to do that job because he wants to be like a father figure to the Southwestern, like just school. Yeah. It's just, I feel like I don't want to say that because I don't know like what other teacher think, but like I feel like he's a genuine teacher that genuinely cares.
He's a teacher who tries to get himself connected to the students' lives.
Yeah, he's like a saint, man.
It's not some positions they're suitable for people with. Instead of having the right mindset and having the right personality, like a teacher can't just be a teacher if he wants to be a teacher. He gotta have the persona, and then also like some characteristics like being easy to open up to students. Mm-hmm. And Miss Crockett, she's a good teacher, but then she doesn't get associated enough. Yeah. It's like those type of stuff. Yeah. Like I want to run for president. I can't just learn how to be a good president. I've got to have the charisma.
Right.
I've got to have the ability to make quick speeches.
Right.
Just out of nowhere, just like that.
Right.
And I also have to be good at organizing things. You can't just learn that.
Right.
Know? And same thing with Oka. He's good at connecting with students.
Right. And
he can get himself involved. And he's like a coach too.
Yeah, he's a baseball coach.
Better. Yeah.
You know what I just noticed though? I don't know. I think like every senior in Southwestern period, like he has like an appointment at least once with that senior just to talk about like life, not even college.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like mandatory. It's like that's not that you don't need to do that. You know what I mean?
You don't have to.
You don't have to. But he did. It's just
I never took any classes from him.
no.
But I feel close to him.
Yeah, I think because he genuinely wants to connect. You know what I find so funny is that he's like technically the school psychologist, but we have a school
Oh
psychologist.
yeah, and then the school psychologist, we don't talk to him. I talk to him.
Yeah, you did.
I'm the only guy in the school who talked to him.
Ever did too, I think.
Because he has a problem.
Right, he actually genuinely, yeah. But we would be more connected to Oka because he truly like cares whether he wants to admit it or not. He truly
He
cares.
opens up to people. Like you just walk across him and he'll say something weird, and then you'll eventually get used to that and you'll start talking.
Yeah, it's just I think charisma has something to do with it,
Definitely charisma.
and I think like it's just pure kindness. I will never. I don't think we'll meet someone like that ever again.
I think he will, but just he's probably somebody that's really influential. He's gonna come.
What do you think of Mr. Cone?
Mr. What?
Mr. Cone.
He sucks.
Tell me more. Because
He don't know
look,
shit about
I'm
anything.
probably the only person that's gonna defend that guy.
Why? Reasons.
Because I genuinely think like you can control people in certain ways, not in a sense of like manipulation.
I wasn't manipulated.
By who? You're-
Mr. Cohn, he said if you don't do this project, I'm gonna fail you.
What project?
Fuck,
What
that
project?
threatens.
What project is that?
1 video per week. I'm the only guy who has to do that.
You know, that's my bad. That's genuinely my bad. You know why? Because I think like I know coming back to Sunspots, but like as a Sunspot producer, your job is to make, for one, as the Sunspot video, make a week every week as smooth as possible, and to somehow manage the connection with Mr. Cone and the crew.
You know, sometimes it's ridiculous because for my senior section, I have to come up with a student interview every week.
Right.
But then sometimes there's school breaks and students leave, and I'm not at school too.
Right.
And he still wants me to come up with a video. That's just unreasonable, you know.
You know what? I don't like when I was producer at least. I never pressured people to make
No,
videos.
he only did it for me.
Yeah, I
I
did.
don't know for other students. Casey's always chilling.
Yeah, Casey. Like I want what I wanted. Like I know our video quality was really shit compared to other stuff, and I don't care about that. What I genuinely care about is everyone having like a fun time.
But to
making
be
videos.
honest, Sunspots is so shit. But then it's such a fun experience.
Dude, the amount of times where we like genuinely like just talk and have fun in that class
You know,
is insane.
looking back, just like every week, there's just like this 10 minutes, we just look at the screen, everybody together, just like review what happened this week.
Yeah,
Just like, just ruminate about what happened. That's cool.
that's
That's so cool.
yeah. I know, like, God, I'm such a nerd when it comes to sunspots, but like, I genuinely like sunspots. I know, like,
I don't like Sunspot because of the quality. I
No.
like it because of the
people.
things that I've been through.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, I mean, dude, I remember, God, I don't want to be too fucking like, I guess forward, but like, I remember that one time where like I actually like asked out Apple, like right after psychology class.
I don't know that.
Let me just tell you a story, right? So fifth period, right? Just after psych class, I asked out Apple, and then she said, "Whatever." I come to fucking media arts, like with the biggest smile on my face, and like your ass was like, "Bro, no way, bro. That's never gonna happen, bro." Like I know that's stupid, and that's so you to be such a fucking asshole about it.
Since the first day.
The first fucking day, but like it was such a like.
Like,
Yeah, it was such a vibe. It didn't feel like a class. It felt like we were just like having fun. We're talking. We make videos for like, you know, when we need to, and then it was such a vibe class. Like, was it ever like? Cause you were still in media arts in senior year, right?
I wasn't there. I have to do a student spotlight. That's my
Right. How was Andrew?
Andrew, He's actually a pretty good producer because he taught us like how to make videos and shit. He taught us like how to, but he's more like directing. That's not a bad thing. That's not a good thing. No,
He's more like a teacher, I guess.
yeah, he's more like a teacher.
I mean,
he teaches more than code, which is like, yeah.
What did he teach you? I'm curious.
Transitions.
Transitions?
He goes to a film school, so he knows a lot.
The fuck transitions.
I didn't really learn like much about it, but then the other kids, their video quality got a lot better. Senior year, our video quality got better. You gotta admit that. Compared to like the year before.
I don't remember.
Yes, but the quality increased. And this year it kind of became shit again. But anyways.
I think Gucci.
Is he even in Southwestern?
No, I know. Like after Andrew, it's Jerry Gucci.
I didn't watch the year after that.
Of course not. Why would you? But then move on from Southwestern, dog. I mean,
it took me a while to move on from like being so mad at Ron.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. I mean,
it took me a long ass time. I wanted to make a video before about the incident, but I never like published it.
I mean, this is technically it, bro.
Yeah.
It's technically it. I mean, you somewhere down like the podcast, you talked about Rhonda and
all the shit.
Yeah. I mean, I won't edit it out.
But then I like ended my senior year with my own like piano recital, and that was like the thing I looked forward to the most. If I don't have that, there's nothing to remember.
You know what? Let's talk about piano. You were always very passionate about piano.
Yeah,
like,
I was beat. I liked it at first, but then I was beaten until like. I was beaten when I was a kid to like keep playing and then never give up. But then now I'm thankful.
No, like look, I feel like when you go into Southwestern, you're in your own world. There's no way a parent can control you. The only people that can control you are teachers, and they barely can do that. Like, but you still practice piano.
I practice.
There's multiple times, like in weekends, where you just like invite me to study hall just for me to listen to you. It sounds very gay, but like. It's what happened.
Yeah.
You genuinely like playing piano. You have a fucking keyboard, Michael. You don't need to have that.
No, it's just that there's a difference between like real pianos and keyboards.
No, I know that. But
yeah, besides that, yes, I like to play, and it's kind of hard for people to reach this level that I'm at right now. So I have to keep practicing to forget the skills, the stuff.
Is it more like I just want to retune my skill, or it's more like I genuinely love playing piano?
I don't love piano as much as basketball, but it's something that I would like to do.
But you're obviously better at piano than basketball.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
I was ranked.
Right.
Basketball, obviously, I can't go anywhere with that.
I mean, you went to Carnegie Hall. How was that?
It was like. It wasn't like the big performance hall. There's 3 halls.
Right. I saw.
That's a small one.
Yeah.
It's basically competition. Like, if you're good to a certain level, you can get in. So it wasn't like the top.
Right.
But then it was still like Carnegie Hall.
It was still fucking Carnegie Hall.
You put it on your resume and then look dope as shit.
Yeah.
So I went. It was pretty cool, and then I got to like visit New York and stuff. And then that was like my big last second piano performance beside the recital.
Who did you visit with?
I just went with my mom.
Okay.
Yeah, she came from Thailand.
So it's not even a Southwestern thing then. It's just all you.
Thing.
Yeah.
The Southwestern put on their headline.
Yeah. It's man, I'm just like, I mean, like Southwestern is such a fun place for me, and I don't think I could share the same experience with you.
It is fun before I got impeached, and it was still fun after I got impeached, but it was just a different perspective.
Let me ask you again: do you overall regret going to Southwestern?
No.
Really?
I don't.
Don't you think like if you go to like another school, for like?
If I just stay in my middle school, I would definitely go to Ivy League now, but I won't know where.
Yeah, you'll probably do. I mean,
I came to Southwestern knowing that I could be a student body president. I already knew that I could get elected.
Is that why you became? I mean, like.
But then, that's one of the reasons I picked you. But
You don't regret it at all?
I don't regret. I don't regret shit. You know.
I guess.
I don't really regret anything that I've done. You only regret things that you haven't done. So right now in college, I'm just trying everything. And I'm obviously not. I haven't found what I want to do yet. But the more options you eliminate, the less regrets you have later on. You're like, shit, I haven't tried all this. I haven't tried all that. But in basketball, I played my fullest, and I only made um like I tried my best, and then I was the senior captain. I obviously didn't get to play NBA, but I know I tried, and I was happy with the experience. I was
You just have
getting
to.
mad at myself for not making an NBA. But if you went through the process, you're just gonna think about the things that you have done instead of thinking about what if, you know?
I guess. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I share the same opinions as you, but
It's like now you look back, you think about shit. If I didn't join Sunspots, that's a regret. But if you look back now, you're thinking about your experiences at Sunspots. That's a different thing.
That was Michael Law's story. It was an amazing podcast, in my opinion, and I again thank Michael Law for letting me stay in his place for a good part of 2 weeks. The next podcast should be with my friend, a really close friend of mine, Brennan Valdez. Stay tuned for that.